Alright, so I suppose that new intro probably looks a bit weird. It's something the Coalition sent out a couple of weeks ago, or last week more like, I fucking confuse shit all the time. They sent the video out last week. It's like a little intro kind of thing they sent out to anybody that's registered with the Coalition army. It's like something they've got running through their forums. So I signed up ages ago, and it's kind of annoying because I was supposed to get like a normal Gears of War introduction thing for my videos, but never got one of those. But they finally sent me this one, which is pretty fucking cool, I'm gonna be honest. So I'm probably gonna use that in most of my videos from now on. I'm not too sure. I might not even put it on if it's a not Gears of War video, you know, if it's like a COD video or something. I might not use it, but whatever. I got some King of the Nashor gameplay today on the new map Checkout. Honestly, Checkout is so fucking good in this game. It's actually really cool to see an old map like that brought back in this game. Because in Gears of War 3, Gears of War 3 was a great game, except it had a couple of things that single-handedly ruined every single match and kinda sucked the fun out of it. And if you've played Gears of War 3 enough, you know what I'm talking about by now. The Retro Lancer and the sawed-off shotgun. But anyway, that's not very relevant to this commentary. And what I want to talk to you guys today about is a video that I just watched from a guy called Barricade. He's another Gears of War YouTuber, makes some pretty decent videos. Suppose I'll leave his link in the description for that video that I'm talking about. But, you know, it's kind of actually funny that I'm probably one of the few YouTubers that will actually mention the original commentary that inspired them to make their own version of a video. You know, there's too many guys out there that get inspired by a video and they pretty much steal the idea and don't give any kind of credit to the original person who posted the video. But fucking whatever, that's just a little bit of a rant I've got right there. I fucking hate people that steal content ideas on YouTube. I really fucking hate that shit. But yes, what Barricade made a video on, and it's something that's been going around a lot in the Gears of War community on Twitter and on YouTube recently. And it's this leaked image, which I will show you up on screen right now, of potential Locust bosses appearing in Gears of War 4. Now, it's a fake image, those characters are not in the game, but it's a very cool what-if situation, because right now, the Swarm multiplayer side don't really have many cool characters to go for. If you've seen many of my gameplays, well, you probably haven't, because I don't think I've actually posted many gameplays with the new Swarm character I use, but the main one I use is the Swarm Imago character, and he's one of the few unique Swarm characters that there is. Most of them just look really samey and kind of boring. You know, you've got like the Swarm Drone, the Swarm Hunter and the Swarm Grenadier. They all look very similar. And then you've got the Scions, which are more like the former Locust characters. And that shit's fucking cool, right? But the issue is, in this game, there's not very many attractive Swarm characters in the multiplayer. You know, like when you play on the COG side of things, you've got like Marcus, JD, Kate, Del, Oscar, Reyna, Cole. I think I said Cole twice. Fuck me in the ass if I did. You've got Baird, Sam from Gears of War like 3. You've got all these cool characters, right? And that's fucking cool, right? You've got so many cool COG characters that you can play as when you're playing as the COG in multiplayer. But when you're playing as the Swarm, it's kinda boring, because you're either playing as the DBs or you're playing as the Swarm. And this idea is basically, what if the Locust bosses from the previous Gears of War games were brought into Gears of War 4 as multiplayer character skins? And I think that would be awesome, seriously. It's not like the Coalition would actually need to do much work to bring those characters in. All they really need to do is bring them in and just recycle their old assets. I mean, maybe you'd need to update the new character skins and whatnot, maybe change them around, make them look a little bit more cool and crystallized, which is something that a lot of people have been talking about, because obviously the Swarm, the way they are, is there is these creatures called the Scions, which are former Locust. It's just they were resuscitated somehow and sealed in this crystallized emulsion element, basically, and they've got all those crystals all over them. If you've ever seen any of the Scions, you'll notice the crystallization all over their body. And I feel like if they brought back some of the old Locust bosses and like maybe give them a wee bit of a crystallized look, it'd be pretty cool. Say for example, all they'd need to really do is bring back those character, like the assets for the characters, touch them up a little bit with this crystallization effect, and then just bring back all their old dialogue, because realistically for a character like Ram or Scourge, all you'd need to do is just reuse their voice lines from the original games. Not that much effort, right? Yeah, it's not that hard. I mean, all they really need to do is just dig into the files that no doubt they have access to from Gears of War 1, 2 and 3 and maybe even Judgment, and bring all those character lines and slap them in the multiplayer of Gears of War with those characters. I think that'd be pretty cool. There's the characters that everybody's been talking about, which is General Ram, General Karn. General Ram being from Gears of War 1, obviously. You've got Karn from Gears of War Judgment. Fucking terrible game, but he's a pretty cool looking boss. And in Gears of War 2, you'd have to bring back Scourge. In Gears of War 3, you bring back Queen Mira. Those would be really cool characters to bring back, and they really tie into the Swarm characters. You know, they've brought back characters in Gears of War 3, Gears of War 4 that tie into the certain factions. Like you've got Gary Carmine, who is an outsider. He ties into the COG because he is a direct ancestor of the Carmine family. And then if you brought back these Locust characters, they would tie into the Swarm faction because they possibly, if you know, they were part of the Locust army at some point, and possibly they maybe come back at some point. I don't know, probably not, but you know, it'd be cool to have them back in this game to play as. I know it's a little bit silly, you know, you may think, oh well, what would be the fucking point in that, but it'd be pretty cool, and it'd give you more options to play as when you're playing as the Swarm in multiplayer. Maybe if they added some kind of Locust bosses kind of pack. And I know I really do hate the pack system in Gears of War. I fucking hate it with a passion. But it's in the game. It's not going to get changed just because we hate it. But anyway, if they add this pack in, like Locust bosses, and they add in a couple of skins that are maybe themed off of like the characters, like you've got a General Ram Nasher skin, maybe a Scourge Lancer skin, because that would suit his character, because, you know, Scourge had the massive bow that's got the chainsaws on either end of it. Stuff like that would be pretty cool, and honestly I think these characters would be awesome to play as in Gears of War 4, and it'd be quite cool to have some Locust inspired skins. That would be fucking cool, and of course it'd just give you more options to play as the Swarm, because at the moment there isn't as many skins for the Swarm characters as there is for the COG, and generally it just leaves you playing as 1 or 3 characters. You know, like, maybe you'll play as this, maybe you'll play as the Mago, maybe you'll play as the Scion Elite, maybe you'll play as one of the regular Scion. You know, there's not very many characters, or maybe you play as a DB. There's not very many Swarm characters to play as, so, you know, out of the 5 or 10 that there is in the, well, out of the 10 or 15 there is in the game, usually you're just playing as, like, maybe a group of, like, 1 or 3. So, yeah, I just hope they add this in, because it'd be a little bit nice to have a little bit more variation in what skins you can play as, because I certainly would love that, to be honest, and I know a lot of other people out there would love it as well. And just it'd be pretty cool to have those characters back, because every Gears of War has legacy characters in it, legacy maps and legacy characters. That's what every Gears of War game has a lot of, and it's a bit weird to break from the tradition and have legacy maps but no legacy characters, you know. It's just a little bit confusing to me, but yeah, I hope you guys have enjoyed the video. If there's any leftover gameplay by the time I'm at this point in the commentary, I'll leave the rest of the gameplay in the background if you just want to watch that. But yeah, I hope you guys have enjoyed the video. If you did, feel free to leave a like and subscribe. We always do appreciate it. And yeah, I'll see you guys later. Peace.